We're up to the multicolor. We got 25 bajillion more cards to go, so probably leave now. We've got Igra, Eater of All, up 3 generic Goldari, Elemental Cat. This comes in as a 6/6. It's got wards, sacrifice of food. Other creatures are food artifacts in addition to their other types and have 2 generic tap. Sacrifice this permanent, you gain 3 life. Whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2 1/1 counters on Igra, Eater of All. This is going in your Camellia deck. This is any type of food deck.
Shoot, this is its own deck.
Yeah, this could be its own commander right here. But I think it would be fun between this and Camellia playing together because now you can just start sacrificing all your shit.
Dude, other creatures are foods. That means your opponent's creatures. Oh my god.
You can sacrifice them.
No, their opponents have the ability to sacrifice them. But it's just the fact that like that ward sacrifice of food I think is so funny. Now you're going to be making them try to sacrifice the creatures that they really want to kill this thing. Most of them don't want to do that. Some of them do though, because they are sacrifice decks.
This is a lot of fun. I say slay.
It's a slay.
Yeah, what do we got next?
Gev, Scaled Scorch, Rakdos, legendary creature, Lizard, Mercenary, comes out as 3/2 with ward, pay 2 life. Other creatures you control enter with an additional 1/1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. And then whenever you cast a Lizard spell, Gev, Scaled Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. I love it, 1, because it's only 2 mana, has the ward, pay 2 life, and then other creatures that you're going to control are going to enter with a +1/+1 counter for each opponent who lost life this turn. That's already a guaranteed in Rakdos. So buffing up your creatures, and then for Lizard spells, you're going to deal an extra 1 damage. I just love it because the artwork on this guy is so cute.
I think he's crushing it.
He's crushing something.
I mean, I know it's kind of bound to lizard spells, but there's got to be a way to get around it, and then you could just start dealing 1 damage.
I think there's some lizard spells. We'll have to look into it a little more, but you know what?
I give it a slay.
I just want to give it a slay.
I'm gonna see it. I think this is gonna be in a lot of Rakdos decks in the future. Like, if not in CDH decks.
I don't see it being in any Rakdos decks in the future, but I just want to give it a slay, and I want to make it work. I need to think of what type of cards I'd be putting in this. Because I don't know any lizards off the top of my head. I really don't.
Lizard blades.
I guess, yeah, you're right.
You said top of the head. Ortho, no. Whatever. I'm giving it a slay.
Yes, now you're saying snakes.
Snakes.
Snakes are not lizards.
We got Mabel, Heir 2, Cragflame, 1 generic, and Boros. Mouse Soldier comes in as a 3/3. Other mice you control get a +1/+1. When it enters, create Cragflame, a legendary colorless equipment artifact token with equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has vigilance, trample, and haste. And its equip cost is 2 generic. I just like that I keep getting the mouse cards. Because, like, I wouldn't touch these with, like, a 10-foot pole.
Why? Because you're from New York?
Yeah, because we ain't about that rat life, all right? They be taking my pizza. It's just Boros. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
I originally say slay for this one, and don't get me wrong, I definitely in a normal mindset, even the last one, it's an A for me too. So it's an A's for me.
Like, if you want to play casual, like, don't get me wrong. Like, this is gonna be okay to have. This is fun if you're like going for a style, or you know, like there's a specific theme. Like, this could be fun commander, don't get me wrong. But, like, if I'm going to Friday Night Magic or Two-Headed Giant where there's, like, tournaments going on and there's rankings, like, I'm not bringing this deck.
Yeah, we're losing.
Yeah, we're losing. So it's going to be a nay for me.
Nay for losing.
We've got Beauregard Mentor up next. It is Selesnya. Comes in as a star. It's a rabbit soldier. It's got trample, and its power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures you control. This is just another rabbit that keeps getting bigger and bigger with just going wide. Regal Bunnycorn came out in Wilds of Eldraine. It's another one that I think of. There's another one.
This one has trample though.
Yeah, this one is better for sure. Plus it's green-white. If you're going in a go wide deck, this would be fun. It's 2 mana for a trample creature.
So is it a slay?
Slay.
It's a slay.
Yeah, what do we got next?
Lunar Convocation. How do you say it?
Convocation.
Convocation. Orzhov enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. And at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black creature token with flying.
I love this card.
I think this is aight. Yeah.
It's
aight too. Yeah.
Any aristocrat deck,
I like it.
you don't have to do the life gain portion, but the second portion and the pay 2 life draw a card. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, it's draw in Orzhov. Like normally it's the same style too, considering you have to pay life to do it. There is a catch.
I give it a slay.
I'm putting. Jeez, let me drink some water. Oh my god. What, you don't goggle it before?
Someone roast this man right now.
Don't worry, it'll be edited out. So, I'm putting this in a Loro because I'm going to be dealing 1 damage to everyone each turn. This is just another outlet for me to have Veto. This is another outlet for me to have Exquisite Blood and Sanguine Bond. Like, it's just another add-on to my win condition of like the moment that someone loses life and I gain life, just creates that infinite cycle. So this is just an extra layer for a win con in my eyes. So slay.
It's a slay.
Yeah, we've got Bria Riptide Rogue up next. Can you tell we're keeping up with the colors? 2 generic, and is it? It's an Otter Rogue. It's got prowess. Other creatures you control have prowess. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn, and comes in as a 3/3 power toughness. Yeah, this is fun in a spell slinger deck. So you're gonna be beefing up whatever creatures you have, but like, I don't know how many creatures you really have in a spell slinger deck. What are your thoughts? Because you're the one that would be playing this more than me.
I think it's good. I give it a slay. I find it very powerful in the fact that
It can't be blocked.
yeah, no, 100%. Can't be blocked. Other creatures have prowess, so it's not just your own creatures. So that gives you a lot of different ways to build this deck. I mean, and then you have the smashing face mechanic, right?
No.
So there's a lot of different things for this where this makes sense. Go fast.
Agreed. So slay it is. I like this card a lot. Hazel of.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
So Hazel of the Root Bloom. I don't know. You said you like it a lot.
I liked it, but I got no voice.
2 generic Golgari, legendary creature, Squirrel Druid. Has the ability to tap, pay 2 life, tap X untapped tokens you control, add X mana in any combination of colors. At the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of a token you control. If that token is a squirrel, instead create 2 tokens that are copies of it. So it has the ability to copy, it has the ability to ramp. I think it's solid. It's a 4 mana 3/5. That's a good rate. I think it's good for the squirrels. Good for the squirrels.
I think it could work for food as well.
And food too.
Yeah, food clues. I think it could have a little bit more versatility, but yeah, it's mainly for squirrels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
No, absolutely. You're right. Any target token.
Yeah, so that's why I liked it more. Otherwise, I feel like I'd have to give it a nay because if they're too niche, you're not going to see it being used much more.
I mean, here's the thing. You're going to be making a lot of tokens. You're going to be making a lot of mana, or you can have the ability to copy at the beginning of your end step. That's too much stuff going on.
You're gonna have so many triggers. This set as a whole, I feel, has just flooded everything as far as token generators, and now there's so much more wide array of options to where it's gonna be difficult for those token decks to honestly keep optimizing.
I mean, yeah, like where do you stop and start, right?
Like everyone that we've pulled out that's been token focused, like I could see this being power crept for a couple of cards.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the flavor that you're really paying for here, right?
Facts.
All right.
So we've got Ral, Cackling Wit. So fun fact about this set as well, Planeswalkers got a fun, like an animal reprint of themselves. As
They're furries now.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but it's too generic and is it? It's Ral. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a loyalty counter on Ral, Cackling Wit. Its +1 ability, it comes with 4 loyalty counters, by the way. Its +1 ability, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. Its -3 is draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. Then its -10 is draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. So that means when it has Storm, it then starts creating copies of it for the amount of spells you've played this turn. So just imagine, a token, not a token, we've been talking about tokens so much, a Storm card being played and then a secondary Storm card, and now that's already up to 4, and then the next one would be up to, no?
Storm's copying. It's not a cast.
Well, wouldn't it copy for the amount of casted spells this turn?
Yeah, it's good for like at the very end just to copy itself. But if you ask me, just having low to the ground non-creature spells that are going to be either buffing up your creatures or at least giving you access to more draw cards. As far as like the stormy effects go, you could. But I also find myself in that battle where it's like, am I here to draw cards or am I here to smash face, right? In this case, you want to smash face, so it's better to have those cards that buff up your creatures instead of the other way around.
Yeah, so Slay.
I give it a Slay, just the fact that it's Ral as it's Ral as an otter.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's just funny.
Okay, what do we got for the next one, Tom?
Phineas Ace Archer. Look at this guy.
He got an arrow in his mouth.
Yeah,
And
that was
got a
Jackrabbit.
pine cone as the head. Man, I wonder where that's going.
Looks like a little pine cone bomb that he has going on there. So, Selesnya, legendary creature, rabbit archer, vigilance reach. Whenever Phineas Ace Archer attacks, put a +1/+1 on each other creature you control that's a token or a rabbit. Then if creatures you control have total power 10 or greater, draw a card. I think this is the rate's solid. I think it's fun because you're getting +1/+1 counters on your rabbits and other stuff. And then chances are, if you have like 4 or 5 of them, honestly 3 of them, like including those ones where you get +1/+1 for each creature you control and token you control, those are really good. I mean, Selesnya, it's doing Selesnya things and it has a draw card.
Yeah, it's another toolbox card for the Selesnya +1/+1 go wide theme.
Like, if you were to just have fun with rabbits, like, would you build a Selesnya deck out of this? I mean, I would, just to try it out.
I would do the band.
I wouldn't do it in IRL, though.
I would do Miss, what is it, Bumble something?
Miss Bumblewood?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second.
We are. Yeah, Miss Bumbleflower. She's OP. All right, but that's going to be the end of Phineas. We've got Stormcatch Mentor up next. Is it? Otter Wizard. 1/1. Has haste, and it's also got prowess. Then instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Just, I feel like another card that's power creeping above anything else that has the instant and sorcery spells you cast costs 1 less.
Here's the thing, this is better than a Goblin Archaeomancer.
Yeah, because it's got haste and prowess.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. This is just another power creep card.
It's a Slay.
Yeah, for sure. If it's replacing another card because it's just slightly better now, but the same exact thing.
And it's an otter.
And it's an otter. What's next?
Castrol, the Wind Crested. 3 generic. Azorius. Legendary creature, bird scout, 4/5, flying.
Yes.
Whenever one or more birds you control deal combat damage to a player, choose one. You may put a bird creature card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Put +1/+1 on each bird you control. Draw a card. Yeah, we got birds. I think this card's garbage. It's a nay.
It's an absolute nay.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's hilarious looking. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. It looks like a cat and a bird put together, holding a staff. You see what I'm seeing?
Nope, I don't see that at all.
What do you see? I don't see a bird.
I see a bird holding a staff that has like.
Looks like a sphinx.
It looks like it has a fucking unicorn.
Look at that head.
Looks like it's got like an antler coming out of its head.
Oh wait, I see the bird now and I see the beak. Yeah, it's a antler for sure. Wooden crested.
It's garbage.
It's an A.
So we got Zinnia, Valley's Voice. It comes in as Jeskai. It's a bird bard. 1/3 is its power toughness. It's not just a bird. It's not just a bard. It's a bird bard.
Look at the sitar on that thing.
Look at that hat. It's got flying.
Too cool for school.
This creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of other creatures you control with base power 1. Creature spells you cast have offspring. So that means it's offspring 2. Generic, you pay, and then it can create a copy of it. I think that could be funny, but I feel like it's missing green.
I don't know. I'm just thinking stupid shit with this.
I'm just thinking like you can start making doubles of your own creatures.
Yeah, but you want your creatures to have base power 1. So it's like having a bunch of shitty 1/1 cards.
That's right up your fucking alley.
Yeah. Well, no, it's yeah. I mean, it's just stupid, but it's a flying 3/3, so it's I don't know. It's or 1/3. It's a flying 1/3. Excuse me. Is this card a slay? No, it's pretty trash.
Art is absolutely gorgeous, though. Oh my god, we're on to our last 2 cards, though. Woo, woo. We've got Helga, Skittish Seer, coming in for Bant. It's a frog druid, 1/3. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana 4 or greater, you draw a card, gain 1 life, and put a 1/1 counter on Helga, Skittish Seer. Then you can tap Helga and add X mana of any 1 color, where X is Helga's power. Spend this mana only to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater, or creature spells with X in their mana costs. At first, when I took a glance at it, I was like, fire faves automatically. And then, when I really looked into it a little bit more, I see this in a Hydra style deck, maybe like an X Factor deck as I like to call it. I don't know what everybody else calls it. But
yeah,
like
X Factor.
It's cool for Hydras or +1/+1 because you can start putting out big stompies.
Hydras for sure. Hydrocrasis for sure. Mother's Goose for sure.
Yeah, because other than that, it's a nay. It's too limited with it. It's got to have X in its cost or
4 or greater.
No, but
mana value 4 or greater.
Oh, true. Yeah, so if you're playing big stompies, that's what I see this as useful in.
Yeah, it's the True Lane, well, not True Lane version, but it's the Bant version of the one card we were just looking at, Glarb.
Yeah, I definitely see the similarities.
Yeah, Bant versus the Soul Tide.
I'll give it a slay because it's Bant.
I mean, I'll give it a slay because, I mean, you get to draw a card and you're putting a +1/+1 on it, which gives it more power, thus more mana with the ramp. Yeah. It could go off. It could definitely go off. You're in that +1/+1 synergy. You're in great colors. Yeah.
What's the last one, Tom?
Miss Bumbleflower. Gosh, she's cute. Bant, 1 generic. Oh, what do we got here? Cupcakes. Looks like cupcakes, and cookies, all that fun stuff.
I could crush some cookies.
I could crush some cookies. Vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell, target opponent.
No, whenever you cast a spell.
Whenever you cast a spell,
Sorry.
target opponent. No. Thanks for correcting me. That was a good catch. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. If this is the second time this ability has resolved, you get to draw 2 cards. Cool. I mean, I dig it, right? And guess what? You get to draw cards whenever you cast this, or whenever you cast 2 spells. 2 spells. Yeah, 2 spells. Yeah. So typically what I'm thinking is that you want to be able to cast on other people's turns. It's group huggy in a sense. You also want to make sure that you're getting your +1/+1 counters on target creature, and it's also getting flying until end of turn. That's not bad.
If only I could put a shoulder in the deck.
No, you cannot.
I know. You get to draw a card and lose 2 life. You get to draw a card and lose 2 life.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, here, you have blue.
This is going to be a wheel deck. Wheel deck all day, every day. This is going to be, I think it has the potential to be a really fast deck.
I don't know if I would put it in wheels. I could see how you could, though. I don't know. I think
I'm giving it a sleigh.
I give it a sleigh because at least you get to make allies on the battlefield with that card. Mm-hmm. And I think that can be very important.
Yeah. But that is going to be the end of our sleigh or nay and the end of our episode. Thank you for watching. BloomBurrow has been a lot to take in, and to think that we already have Duskmorn in like 3 weeks to start looking at.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
More cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like the end of August or first week of September is when that comes out. But please like and subscribe if you've made it this far. We value you watching these. It makes us motivated to continue doing this.
You guys are awesome. You guys really are awesome. Sticking through this, listening to us. You guys are cool. You guys are real cool. I like you guys.
Stay gaslit, my friends.
Stay gaslit.